Rolling. We've created a public sphere for speech and debate. And where is that public sphere now? Does the public sphere actually exist? Differentiating between...
It's owned by Elon Musk.
Yeah. Media ownership. Who controls the airwaves? What pathways do we have? So what is public? And our biggest platforms are private. So they are allowed to regulate the speech. We're wrestling with conduct and how we use language. There's an aggressive tone in how we talk to each other.
There we go. There we go. Now I can face you.
Something happened?
I made an adjustment here. Okay.
Okay.
No, now I can like look at you and
Make eye contact?
yeah, not that. Be like over here. Okay, cool.
I was thinking about Barry Manilow. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha. And while she tried to be a star, Tony always tended bar across the crowded floor. They worked from 8 till 4.
Do you have
they
the lyrics pulled up in
and
front
had
of you?
each
You
other.
just know
Who
this.
could ask for more?
He knows this. He just knows this.
At the Copa Cabana, the hottest spot north of Havana.
That's like the only part I know.
I know all verses.
That's I know all verses.
But that's when I think of Lola, that's what I think of.
That song?
Yeah.
That's surprising because I feel like everybody else that I've talked to thinks about the Kinks, the song by the Kinks, Lola, which blew my mind that you had never heard prior to tonight. Absolutely blew my mind.
You're always introducing me to music. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but that song's like 60 years old almost. Wait, 70.
Did you play Kinks on our road trip?
55 years old. Probably not. I don't think. The closest we might have come was Van Halen's cover of You Really Got Me.
All right.
But
Which you also taught me is a Kinks song.
yeah.
No. I got the
Yeah.
Kinks on follow now.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they're great. But yeah, Lola, for those listening at home, is the latest addition to the four-legged family here. Bro, I was working the other day and a dog walked out into... What do you consider it 6 lanes of traffic when it's 3 in each direction and there's a turning lane in the middle? Is that 6 or 7?
I got a dog in my lap. So you were...
So either way, it was a huge street. And this dog just comes walking out into rush hour traffic. So long story short, I've brought this dog home like 2 weeks ago, and it's been dominating my life. So sorry we didn't record sooner. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the shit show.
The Dog Pound out in Cave Creek. It's Saif and Sweet Tea. Thank you for joining us, everybody. T and I are up to our old shenanigans once again.
Oh, God.
T, how you doing? I missed you. I missed you.
Missed you too. Yeah. This dog's been...
And I want you to know I love you.
Well, I love you too. That's why I
grabbed the kennel.
Yeah, I was grabbing the crate for this dog.
What do you need a crate for? They're all living harmoniously, obviously.
Well, they're living harmoniously when we're around, but I don't know what can happen.
If you need the second crate, let me know.
Behind closed doors. Well, if I have another bagel fight like I did tonight, who knows? Jesus Christ. The ladies almost took my finger off. The bagels never fight. And tonight, they're just literally chomping at the bit.
You called them the bagels?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at them.
Is that anti-Semitic?
I don't know. But yeah, two of my dogs are beagles, and I like to call them bagels. So that would be Sadie and Pam. They're little cuties.
Or the Bangles.
Bangles? That's a great one.
Yeah.
Wow, all sorts of throwback music tonight, huh?
I'm sorry. I just went down a Bangles rabbit hole in my head.
I only know one Bangles song.
Oh, you know more.
Maybe.
Which ones do you know?
I know Walk Like an Egyptian.
That's a good one.
But yeah, they probably do have a couple other ones.
They have a couple bangers, yeah.
Yeah.
I got eternal flame in my head.
So that's mostly been what's new with me.
Okay.
Are there any other Lola references we got?
Other than, well, okay. So I had to get on the web.
Yeah, you said like damn Yankees. I wouldn't know any of that.
I thought it was, the dame in that one. And I do mean dame. 58. And that's just how they talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lola Bunny?
Lola Bunny.
Is it Lola? Is that her last name? Space Jam? I never saw the second one. Did you see the second one?
Of course I did.
Oh,
I wouldn't miss it.
God. I refuse.
Why would you refuse?
Because it's an abomination. From what I understand, it's an abomination. When I still listened to Rome, they would constantly...
Jim Rome. We're talking Jim Rome.
Yes.
Shock jock.
He wouldn't just say it was a terrible movie. Mm-hmm. He would always describe how his kids were just vomiting through the entire thing and couldn't stop. Like, he's just being way over the top about how terrible it was. He's like, of course, it being the sequel to my breakout film role, naturally we're going to go see the sequel, even though I was really upset that they didn't ask me back. And we were
really
just
good.
Puking the entire, and they're just playing the puke sound effect, like blah, blah. It's just ridiculous.
Got an episode on that.
Oh, we do have an episode. Everybody pukes. Who knew that would be?
I was proud of that one, by the way. I think that's honestly some of our best work.
Yeah, because it's relating to everybody. It's really the heart and soul of that average Joe's jersey that I got.
Is that your Halloween costume this year?
No. It's just my shirt. It's my going out shirt now.
It is Halloween.
People love that shirt.
It's good.
I feel like I could get into like a formal restaurant almost wearing that. It is like gold.
How often do you find yourself at thrift stores?
All the time now. As being out here all the time. Because
we're not getting sponsored by them.
I mean, we did post that Goodwill video that they probably didn't want us to. I did pick up that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles button down.
Oh, sweet. Did you wash that, by the way?
That one? No, it hasn't gotten into the wash yet. Yeah. A lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff coming out of the Goodwill lately.
Maybe I should have had a dry clean for your birthday.
Lots of nostalgia. Space Jam, the original one, though. Lola Bunny.
So just so I understand, you
ever jerk off to Lola Bunny?
Probably.
Definitely Jessica Rabbit from.
Oh yeah, she gave me.
Yeah.
She gave me the heebie-jeebies in the movie theater. Oh my goodness! I was like, "Am I allowed to like this?"
Yeah, right. Is it wrong to like 2D animation?
I felt like I was committing a crime, though, because I'm meant to be like shunned for having sexual thoughts.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The good old
I was
days.
censoring myself. I was just like, cancel.
Yeah, you're canceling yourself. Oh my God, we have plenty of episodes about that, right? Didn't we? We are critically canceling everything. That was 69. We had Sweet Tea gets canceled. That's episode 37.
Yeah.
We've been at this for a while, and they still haven't canceled us. We're like South Park. We are like South Park.
So South Park staying strong. That's the argument back, actually, is that because South Park is existing, that's what the line is.
For historical reference, it is September 20th. And South Park was supposed to air their most recent episode, but it was pushed back another week. So we'll see what they cook up for us next.
We should be a South Park podcast.
I mean,
that's the line, T.
We could definitely.
Are you against South Park?
No.
I think that's the new question. Like, where's your Likert scale?
I love South Park.
Where's your Likert scale on decency?
We could make it a sub-series like we did with The Office.
It's still relevant. And again, you introduced me to the Kinks, you introduced me to South Park. Because otherwise, I just thought, for listeners who just don't know us, like it wasn't my thing. I just never got into the graphics. That was my issue. But Matt and Trey impressed me.
It's supposed to be crude.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of the whole satire.
I wasn't. I wanted it. I guess I miss Shakespeare, you know?
Yeah.
I miss the beautiful dialogue. And I didn't want the crudeness. I don't like the crudeness. I think the crudeness gives me the willies.
Yeah.
Just like Jessica Rabbit, but in a different way.
Right. It definitely turns the temperature up for sure.
So I'm like yelling. Like all of a sudden I'm yelling. And I was like just yelling tonight, as a matter of fact.
And we ask ourselves, why is everybody yelling? As is the title of our 55th episode, which is more about protesting, but still it's in that regard. People are getting angrier and angrier, and they're yelling at each other, and they're getting each other fired online, and the lines are being drawn thicker than ever. It seems.
I lost a friend, over the last week, T.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Dude I used to work with, University of Phoenix, back when I used to slang education.
R.I.P.
Yeah. He was my FC. Or FA. I think they had like names or something.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I liked him. We used to listen to NPR together. And
That is Cartman's favorite comedy channel.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's good. Yes, we should be a South Park podcast. Yeah, I mean it's
When they do them every 2 to 3 weeks, it gives us plenty of time to digest.
so they don't do episodes. It's bi-weekly then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They're dragging it out for half the year.
And is that how they've always done it?
No, giving them a little more time.
I wonder what they're gonna say.
They've always got something to say.
Yeah. What do you got to say?
Oh, sweet Jesus. Lola Bunny reminded me of Pepe Le Pew.
Ooh.
Which was...
Lola Bunny. I'm still mad that you didn't actually watch it.
The second one?
Is it a matter of access? Because I can steal someone's...
No. It's
Disney account
Defiance.
information.
It's mostly Defiance. No. Well, it's also funny because the title of that episode was I'm Not Bad, I'm Just Drawn That Way, which, if you recall, is a famous movie quote from...
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, it all comes full circle.
I think it was episode 37. I think we did that like January of 2021 or March of 2021, somewhere around there. We've been doing this for a while, you and I, T.
The Pepe Le Pew one was episode 44.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet Tea Gets Canceled was 37. When you have this many, it's hard to keep track. There's numbers all over the place.
That was a hot button issue in 2021.
It's back, baby.
Yeah.
It's back.
Yeah.
4 years. Guess who's back again.
He has
Cancel culture's back.
Yeah. I remember they used to protest Eminem, and his lyrics were, they were just, you can't say that.
We used one of his lyrics for a post for episode 154. Prior to episode 154, it was
Look at you showing off the math skills.
it was a hype post. Oh, because I can remember the numbers barely.
Just spitting them out like an accountant.
But it was I'm a tie to the bed and set this house on fire. Right? We're allowed to do that, right? We're allowed to threaten people in art, but we can't speak freely in front of the wrong people, otherwise you'll be detained.
I think art and real life are just so intermingled at this point. It's hard to discern what's entertainment, what's real.
That's what's gotten us into this mess, kind of, I feel like.
Is this real life? Is this what Habermas wanted?
Habermas. Who's that?
It's a
Habermas.
He's going
to
to give
like
he
a
gives
jelly
me some
spread?
Theoretical. Habermas.
Some high quality, like something you...
Jurgen
spread like under like on a quiche or something.
I'm now you got me on quiche.
But Habermas, all right, tell me more about him.
No, he's going to help provide a little theoretical framework because he just wanted. He had some ideas, and he was someone that I got exposed to in academia when I was being radicalized. Right?
Okay,
and I was learning about these people who were trying to figure out a way for people to just exchange information and dialogue and just have it in the public square.
Okay.
And the public square still exists. It's at your barbershops, at your salons. You should be able to have dialogue, free dialogue. But it feels like because of the internet, there's no public space. And so all these spaces are just controlled by one wavelength or the other. And
Musk owns Twitter.
Right.
David Ellison now owns Paramount. and they made they're trying to go after WB, I guess, already. So they're trying to they're trying to monopolize real quick.
Yeah.
And then you've got, obviously, Disney owns ABC and ESPN and all that stuff. Our boy Jeffy.
They used to have Duck Dynasty, ABC.
Our boy Jeffy B owns the Washington Post. Rupert Murdoch owns
Jeffy B.
Fox News. So yeah, it's all owned by these. And what's crazy, and then you also have Facebook, which is owned by Zuckerberg. So what's crazy is these are all people that are aligned with the current administration.
You have
that's
to be.
Well, that's concerning.
You have to be.
Well, no, you don't have to be.
These people are trying to survive. They're just trying to save their stockholders.
That's the mess that we've gotten ourselves into. This is why everybody asks me, what's the fix? Oh, what's the fix to like racism? What's the fix to the blah, blah, blah? Dude, we need to get the fucking money out. Whatever that decision was, you probably know this. What was the Supreme Court decision that ruled that corporations are people?
Oh, yes. Mitt Romney. Corporations are people, my friend. It's the first thing that popped in. I miss Mitt. But at the same time, I don't. No, I'll think of it in a second. But
the cat's feeding system, yeah, they got to fight for it.
Is this Wayne?
No, that's Kiki. Wayne's huge.
Okay. Oh, Kiki knows.
What up, Kiki?
I adopted Gary. Real sidebar. I took on a cat in my name.
Oh, you got a cat now. All right. Yeah, they can be cool. So I think this might be the first time either cat has been mentioned on the show. So congratulations, Kiki. I do have cats in addition to dogs, people. I got a fucking zoo over here.
4 dogs, 2 cats,
and 1 donkey.
And just Bernie.
I scooped the corral the other day. But so the public square ain't so public. Yeah. No, the public square ain't so public, it seems.
But it is a place where we are allowed to have dialogue. And
for now, we're not too far removed from the situation similar to our buddy Basil in episode 34.
Basil Bergeron. Maybe Basil.
Basil, sorry, Basil.
Some say, but I've heard it both ways. Yeah.
But if you listen to that episode, he was arrested for a social media post sharing a safety concern about a nuclear reactor leak. So if you're going to get arrested for that,
he was trying to inform the public about a danger, a nuclear leak, potential for nuclear leak, and they silenced him. They took him down. His Facebook posts were taken down, and he was deemed a threat to society.
Is this the world we want to live in? Like, do people not realize this? I thought we hammered this point home pretty hard in episode 154.
I don't know what people want anymore, T.
the freedom of speech. Like you're talking to somebody that used to think like that we could somehow live in a world where we could have freedom of speech, but there could be no hate speech, blah, blah, blah. But you see what happens when you give them the power to start censoring things. You give them an inch, they take a mile. And then all of a sudden people are getting fired for social media posts. People are going to be getting arrested next. And
well, there are consequences for free speech. Like there's no such thing as free, using it as a financial metaphor, speech. There are consequences. They could be costly. You could lose your job. You could lose
like Jimmy Kimmel got fired,
or safety. Your safety could be jeopardized.
Or what fucking?
People would knock on your door.
I'm just so baffled. All he did was say that people are trying to score political points.
No? You had it right with the Paramount thing. Like that's where at the top brass, they're just trying to make sure that they're complying.
Right. But I'm trying to but like what he said
no, it was just a reason.
It wasn't inflammatory, it wasn't aggressive, it wasn't degrading.
It's also true.
It was just true.
It's also
people
true.
Trying to score. I have a screenshot here of an invitation from a Scottsdale congresswoman for a candlelight vigil. That sounds nice, right? Except
great place to meet people.
Except the part where she added that it's her 50th birthday. She's having a 50th birthday candlelight vigil to raise money.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting thing to do.
This is the crowdsourcing part that I hate and loathe, but it is a necessary part of any decent sales.
Well, and so let's be clear. I'm all for the
monetizing
fundraising at the local level, right? That's just a weird way to do it.
Sure.
But what I was referring to earlier was the big money, the donations coming from these mega corporations that also own these news outlets
money
that are going.
Money is speech, yeah. God, now I'm still not. Citizens United is where the Supreme Court ruling. It just came to me.
There you go.
I did not look that up. I wasn't my brain.
Yes. No, I can confirm.
He gave me a trivia question. I've been over here trying to
I'm mulling it over ever since. Let me ramble. But that's like, and how do you undo that now?
I'm always curious to know that, the pendulum swings multiple ways, right? And what if in 3-4 years time, things were to change, right? Maybe political change.
But that part
new
doesn't
leadership.
Feel like it's ever going to change because that benefits both sides.
Yeah, they're both sticking us.
We covered that in the demo episode. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah,
so that's the bigger problem.
Yeah, it's worth saying again.
Yeah.
Just in case our listeners are first-time audience members.
Yes. We are left nor right. They are all fucking us, sticking us, humping us.
Yeah.
They are having their way with us. We are just.
I've kind of rolled with the Democrats, overall, but this how they handle Biden's situation, I was just so.
No, they're kind of stupid. Yeah, they act smarter.
Right.
Than they are sometimes.
They also kind of served up Hillary as well.
The cat gotcha.
You pointed, so I was like,
because I knew she was going to try and knock your phone off.
I mean, it has a case.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing, and it's all political theater. They call it political theater for a reason. Because it's theatrical.
I'm doing jazz hands right now. It is a show. And
I'm tired of it, bro.
You can influence the show the more persuasive and entertaining you are, which is why we do this, because we think we're persuasive and entertaining people. And we think we can change the world, and we think that we can create dialogue and good gamesmanship and sportsmanship.
Right.
People could be disagreeable and still agree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't need to be so hostile.
No, there's it feels like this is like a military takeover component to it all. And that's the part where the rules become permanent. And when the police come in and then these other people believe that
like the National Guard,
they'll be on the side of the police, that they'll
love
them.
it. There's some people that love that.
But that's how it would be carried out, though.
I don't understand it. It's like watching a bad dystopian sci-fi movie. And seeing that half the people are just like, yeah, this is great. And not like Star Wars. Like, this is like what Star Wars is about. There are a bunch of people that thought like, oh, yeah, the Empire is great. And it's like, what? Have you ever watched Star Wars? They built a Death Star. And they're rooting for him. They're rooting for that Death Star. And when it got blown up, they built another one. And I don't really want to acknowledge the sequel trilogy, but they went and built another one after that.
The kids ask me, like, you watching that? And I'm like, no, I've already seen it.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
But still,
episode 7 was, I really hated how they handled that whole trilogy. We could do it. We could do episodes about that in the future if you really want to get into it. Because
we always say that, but we never. Well, I guess this is maybe one topic we do keep coming around on.
Star Wars is yeah, I know, right? The one we're discussing tonight is. I was surprised when we were going through the archives how many times we've discussed this, and it's funny that you brought up the National Guard because that reminded me of another National Guard situation that we covered in the episode 71. The one about Ludlow, that you put me onto that when I was traveling around the country.
It's a monument in southern Colorado to honor men and women who were killed by the National Guard and hired guns, private guns, in honor of John Rockefeller's mine. He had small ownership, but he was the biggest name attached to the project, so he got most of the blame. But a monument does sit, and people were killed for advocating for their best interests. You know, and that's where it gets scary, because you know that throughout history you see examples of people going into the streets and telling their government, no, this stops now. And the response is to be met with violence.
Yeah. The fuck?
And they're going to say, we're violent.
Right.
And
violence doesn't accomplish anything. And it's like, sir, do you remember the American Revolution?
And I think that's what they're aiming for. I keep hearing it.
Yeah, dude.
And the internet is allowed to function this way, right? And so it's like you can't stop this. You can't cut them off the channel. I guess Amazon technically could do it. I feel like they own half the internet. So if they wanted to cut off some of it, but that's an infringement of speech, right? So no matter how abhorrent it is, the revolution can be can be organized in 4chan or
right. But when it becomes an us versus them situation, I mean, I think that you would be familiar with this, because wasn't it Egypt that kind of had like a mini revolution about a decade or 15 years ago?
They all do. Oh,
10 or 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember them. They were using social media.
Arab Spring.
They were using the social media to coordinate until they pulled the plug.
Yeah.
And then they won, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing in any engagement, is being able to cut off the adversary's communication. So that's why it's so relevant that these major entities that we're considering public aren't really public. They can pull the plug at any second and stop us dead in our tracks, because we're so dependent on it. This is why we need to be self-sufficient human beings. That's what I hope you get out of this podcast. Out of all of our episodes, I hope that you can have faith in who you are and believe in yourself and have an unbiased sense of reality, question everything, critically think, come to your own conclusions, set goals, right? Be a self-sufficient human being. Don't rely on other people to give you all the facts, because more often than not, there's some spin on it. Like, think about like high school, how much people would just, you'd hear some story about some crazy party and people would be over exaggerating. And it's just like, that's just that. These people are getting paid by like advertising. It's their job to make you believe them. So like you shouldn't take them at face value.
They're getting paid to sow discord.
Yeah. Is it discourse?
Like that's a job.
Discord's isn't that the chat thing?
because I could only think of 4chan earlier, and I was like, I want it Discord or WhatsApp, just like I was racking my brain, so it came back in.
But they yeah.
Thanks for catching that.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second here. Hang on. So, but it's troubling, because it's happening very quickly.
You have no water tower to guard now. What is your
right? Yeah.
How will you serve?
Right. There is like some type of reservoir only a mile or two up the road here, so. That'll be where I'm heading first.
Okay. To the water. I had my water tested for lead this week. Yeah. I don't have the results yet, but it's a service they provide. You just fill up a bottle and they come and grab it and tell you if your water's contaminated.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. You had to just wait 6 to 8 hours before you open the
My
tap.
dogs ate like half a aluminum pan earlier, so they test their asshole for shreds.
Yeah, that's got to be rough.
God, yeah.
I ate a lot of gum as a kid, but I don't think any hard objects or anything.
Oh, I don't think I swallowed a ring. I feel like there was some sort of controversy though when I was younger. I feel like I swallowed like a penny or something or something. And let us know if you've ever swallowed anything that you shouldn't. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm actually no. Let us know. Just anything. Good. Yep. Anything that you may or may not have.
I was listening to Eazy-E today, and he has a song where the chorus is "She swallowed it. It don't matter. Just don't bite it."
Yeah. No teeth. No teeth.
Yeah. I imagine. Two Live Crew, other music artists have said profane things, or and so it's like we got to shut that down.
Oh, that just reminds me. Yeah, the Bloodhound Gang.
Okay,
they got a song that's called "Yummy Down on This." It's a very aggressive song. Nothing like the Bad Touch.
Okay.
It's because it's funny because normally a lot of their music is like funny, even though it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But Yummy Down on This is just yummy down on this, down on this, down on this.
I wouldn't play that on a.
It was great
at a wedding. I wouldn't play that at a wedding
because over the holiday weekends, our friends over at Alt AZ, they play a lot of throwbacks, like all the stuff that's like in their catalog, but that isn't on the regular playlist.
Right.
And the Bad Touch is one of those songs that gets busted out of the catalog that I love because I'm like, ooh, they're because like you said, there's a lot of stuff that you can't play, and.
Yeah.
It's 2025 and they're rolling out the Bad Touch. Anybody unfamiliar with the music video to that song? It's still on YouTube as of this recording.
Does this mean we can listen to Diddy again?
Too soon? Too soon.
We were trying to play it at one of those. You go online and you can put songs on at the bar. An app, yeah. But they took it off. They removed the catalog.
Wow. I wonder if you can play R. Kelly.
I hope so.
Bringing this whole episode back
Yeah.
full circle to Space Jam.
Yes, I believe I can fly.
I believe
and
I can catch the sky.
and that's why you can't.
Sorry, I changed the lyrics.
No.
It just worked.
Like that song is the reason why you can't cancel R. Kelly. Like that man sang that song.
I think about it every night and day. I do.
I believe.
So, see me run through that open door. I believe I can fly. I can fly.
Chicago right there. That's the sound of Chicago right there. Oh man, the soul.
Oh man. I think it was Chappelle that said, "Yeah, same lifetime."
Oh, Dave.
Oh man.
Every now and then I bring Dave up. It's like we could still talk about Dave, right?
They were showing him on the fight on Netflix the other night.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he's cool enough to show. They also, because they're doing the celebrity, like, say hi to all the celebrities basically. Right. Michael J. Fox was there, and like his hair wasn't done or anything. He just looked like a wreck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's also he had Parkinson's, obviously. So I'm just like, you've got like all these people to choose from. Mm-hmm. I get it. It's Michael J. Fox, but to me, I wonder how Michael J. Fox feels about it. Like, does he want people to still see him like out and like doing his thing? And because in a way that could be a good thing, right? Mm. But if that was the perception, maybe run a comb through his hair. So like, did he want to?
Can't be unkempt,
right? Well, if you're trying to make a good impression and show like that I'm still living my best life, right? But Sometimes I think he just doesn't give a fuck. He's great. I love him. Back to the Future is my favorite movie. For those that, we've covered that in previous episodes, but for those just tuning in.
Are there elements of cancel culture embedded in, other than the Iranians maybe, or the Libyans? I bet there were people, well, I know there were people who were outraged at their use that helped to put forward stereotypes. There's also a component to it that was hilarious as well. Mm-hmm. Kind of these dim-witted Libyans, but it's also pushing.
I could see somebody making a case to try
the State Department's agenda.
I could see somebody trying to get the first one.
Is what that's my issue.
Right. The another scene that I'm thinking of from the first one is when Marty initially goes back and he goes into the diner and Goldie's mopping the floor or whatever. He's sweeping the floor and he's like, one day I'm going to be mayor and I'm going to clean up this town. And like the manager walks through and he's like, a colored mayor, that'll be the day, something like along those lines, right? Yeah. Like that could be considered offensive now. Mm-hmm. Who knows? I don't know. But do they get a pass because that scene's supposed to take place in the 50s, so they're trying to frame what the 50s was like?
Yeah.
Because again, I mean, that's just, so I don't. The First Amendment fucking matters to anybody still with us.
Yeah.
That is none of the other amendments matter if the first one doesn't exist. You realize that if you can just cancel what people are saying and that doesn't matter and blah blah blah, then you can just say that all the other amendments that were written out are all just bullshit. You can't have that because we don't have the freedom to make those decisions anymore. So no, like there's a reason it's one. There's a reason it's number one above guns.
Do you think they intended it that way? They didn't like write a note that, hey, we wrote these in order of importance.
Well, I think the initial what was it? How many?
Sense, right?
Was it? Is that all right? So correct me if I'm wrong. You're better at this. That's the Bill of Rights. It's because it's not the Constitution, correct? The Constitution's its own document, but the Bill of Rights actually is what has the amendments.
See, that's where it gets with the amendment part. Might as well look it up.
Let's see here. What does the internet say?
The Constitution.
Okay. All right. So it's a mixture of both. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. And then we've added more since then. But
yes.
The bill, right, but it was 10. That was my question, was how many did we start with? Was 10.
Okay.
And when you got 10, I think it's pretty easy to prioritize. I mean, if you look at the list, it feels prioritized.
And some of them, though, are...
It feels... Because when you look at... It starts with freedom of speech, right?
Gets into quartering at some point.
But then guns is the second one, which they obviously thought was pretty important after that.
We have to protect ourselves.
Third is... what you said, quartering. Preventing the soldiers to use people's homes. Fourth, bars the government from unreasonable search and seizure of an individual or their property, as covered in episode 154. Like, these definitely feel pretty prioritized. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know what the fifth is. Just ask Jeffrey Epstein, who we also have an episode about, from like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So before all this more recent bullshit. I think he might have invoked the Sixth Amendment in that interview, because they asked him if he ever had
you talking about that Netflix thing?
So no. It was like it was an interrogation thing or whatever. They brought him in and they asked him if he had ever been in the presence of underage women with Donald Trump. And he invoked like the 5th, 6th, 14th. And so I was like, the 6th? What's the 6th? Provides additional protection.
Well, the guy's not going to rat on his friends.
To people accused of crimes such as the right to a speedy and public trial, trial and impartial jury, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it feels kind of ranked. At least the first 10 do.
Tried by 12, carried by 6.
Yeah. Jesus. So that's why it's important, though. Because if we didn't have that freedom of speech, then we wouldn't have added the additional amendments, and we might still have slaves. You know what I mean? Like, is that the world we want to live in? No. This is why it's important.
We're about to have robotic slaves.
But all of those amendments,
Or we become the slaves, D.
are the byproduct of us having the first one. That's why it's the first one.
It's so important because otherwise tyranny will prevail. People will misuse speech for their agenda, for their gain, for their political gain, for their military gain, for their strategic gain. And it's
all downhill from there.
the history books are not incorrect. This has been tried before. There have been other countries where other instances, and we're a big country with big consequences if these types of things were to occur.
Right. That's what I'm concerned about.
And the rest of the world is afraid because they don't know what we're doing. Like, what are the fucking Americans up to again?
We don't know what we're fucking doing. They're looking at us. They're like, "What are you doing?" And we're over here on the shitter with the latest edition of Mad. And it's like, what? I thought you guys were running the show.
Yeah, I'll visit soon. I'll explain everything.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, if there are listeners in Nepal, right? To our friends in Nepal, just keep hiking. Just keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Keep the curry going.
Try to ignore this.
Don't ever change. And that's what you want. You just want everybody to be able to just live their lives without any hassle.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of fucking hassling.
Yes. And it goes back
You got to do this.
centuries.
You know?
Yeah, it goes back centuries. And
It just feels
we
like
don't
I'm
got
just-
time for all that
I'm just
right
here
now.
to buy shit. Like, just
Right.
let me go shopping.
Right?
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just need the ability to consume morally,
It'll
ethically.
It'll be
be
interesting to
nice.
see what happens between now and our next recording. God. We can't keep up at a weekly pace.
I'm still optimistic.
I like to think so, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like to think most people would recognize it's united we stand, divided we fall, blah, blah, blah. But
I think people do want the subjugation, though. I know there's people who that are going to go along with it because they don't think it'll happen to them.
yeah.
And those are the people I'm going to have to quarter with to save me from the mobs.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. And then how are we going to, how do we start a civilized society when we get off to such a rocky start? Mm-hmm. Can't have these types of people at the reservoir.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to unfriend them on my social media. I don't want to do that. But if it's aggressive unnecessarily, then, again, I think I have a right to.
I start with unfollowing for a while. Mm-hmm. And then if I ever have another problem while they're being unfollowed, then they're unfriended. Mm-hmm. But if a year or two goes by and I'm like, I haven't seen that person, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I unfollowed them. I'll usually,
Mm-hmm.
I can be forgiving.
Okay.
Because these are social media acquaintances. These aren't people that I'm having real conversations with like you and I are.
And that's like, I'm still struggling with the purpose. It's like, why do I have these people in my life if I'm not actually engaging them?
Right.
I'm not going to South Dakota. I'm not, but
But you might.
You never know. And I think we love South Dakota. It's so beautiful there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy Horse National Monument.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually considered a national monument.
I believe it, unless they,
Because it's got that whole private thing going on.
they're mad at the displays at national parks now because they tell stories about the past and they're upset and they're changing. They're just kind of like, hey, let's just update the story so it's a little bit nicer.
Oh, so we're going back to like.
There's erasure. It's just we're
So we're going
erase
back.
history. Yeah.
Oh, so we're going back to like the critical race theory stuff, like we covered in our previous episodes. Got it. So, we're still here at the Catch the Sky podcast, hammering home on the same subjects that we have been for the last 4 fucking years.
But we're doing it better.
Well, we're getting better, and we appreciate you continuing to listen to us, give us your support. Feel free to share, comment, subscribe.
Would it kill you?
But that helps us. But it also, as evidenced by our 156th episode, you could shoot your shot. You might get on. Why not? Come join us. We don't bite.
You're just gonna bring randoms in here?
Ah, well, no. You got to be vetted, obviously, but you, like I said, you shoot your shot. That doesn't mean that we just say yes to everybody. Right. Yeah. We're not that loose, Saif. We've got standards. But let us know your thoughts on this episode, and
thank you.
Yeah, very interesting.
If you've hung around this long,
very interested to hear what people think. Everybody seems to have an opinion these days. So,
do we really want them engaging on our website about this stuff? I think a chat is always
we got to start somewhere.
It's an appropriate start.
People saying nothing doesn't get us anywhere, right? Mm-hmm. That's not the point of this show. The whole point's to get people to create a community where we can all safely and ideally safely, share our opinions.
In the public sphere. There's another record for the public sphere.
Yeah, we're just like a smaller sphere inside the bigger sphere.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts it's like bubbles. So again, this is Sweet Tea with Saif. Until next time, keep trying to catch the sky.